It's a group effort tonight on the 9 o'clock news, local edition here on Rock 93.7, as I have Indus in with me. It's an interesting name. We'll get to where it comes from. But first, how about if we introduce the players for this evening? Say who you are and what you do.
Hello, my name's Michelle Smith, and I'm one of the vocalists for Indus.
And I'm Clay Ferris. I am the bassist for Indus.
I'm Kat Starr. I play guitar and sing.
David Klein, vocals, percussion, and a little ukulele.
And a little ukulele. I see what you did there, because ukulele is little, and so we're off to a joking start already.
The pun was intended.
Where would you classify your music?
I guess we'd be more of an Americana band. We like to do jazz and blues. We do some originals.
And we throw in some classic rock, too.
What classic rock do you do?
That's true.
We've thrown in some Beatles and
Bob
some
Marley.
Rolling Stones, some Marley.
Yeah.
Mixing it up.
Mm-hmm.
But adding our flair to it.
Don't forget the boss.
Oh, yeah. What's his real name?
Bruce.
Bruce Springsteen. That's right.
All the Bruce Springsteen fans, please don't be mad at us.
I was going to say, somewhere there's a Bruce Springsteen fan who is not happy with that.
Not happy at all.
What do you mean, who's the boss?
Cat and pop culture don't mix.
We don't.
I was waiting for a joke about Tony Danza.
I was thinking it right
Who's
then
the
and
boss?
there. I
See,
was.
so, well, this is a group dynamic of family, basically. You four have come together and make music. Kat, you had started out doing the whole solo thing. You've got the whole music, teaching it to kids. You've got your own place for that. We'll talk about some of those things tonight, and we'll talk about how Indus came together and what you guys plan to do. In fact, you guys have got shows lined up. We'll talk about that, too, as we speak with Indus tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition here at Rock 93.7. Tonight, we've got a full house as we speak with the band Indus on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. I do have pretty much, there's four of you in here. Mm-hmm. Is that all the members of the band?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, say who you are again, what you do.
Michelle Smith, and I'm one of the vocalists for Indus.
I am Clay Ferris, and I am the bassist.
I'm Kat Starr. I play guitar and sing.
And I'm David Klein. I play percussion and a little ukulele.
You do the percussion thing. You have brought with you, what do you call it?
It's called a djembe. It's a West African hand drum.
See, I was going to let you explain what it was because you said it's a jam thing. And I'm like, that doesn't look like any jam jars we had when I was growing
Not a
up.
jam jar.
Djembe. How did you decide to start playing a djembe?
It was years ago in the little hippie scene back in South Florida. It was a good way to release tension and negative energy, and I used it as kind of a healing tool for certain things I was going through, and I just stuck at it because it's something you feel in the heart.
I was going to say it's like bongos, but there's only one of them, so...
Yeah, it's not like bongos.
Running joke in the band. David, did you bring your bongos?
I kind of figured as quickly as he jumped on that.
Yeah. There's a story.
Yeah.
I think you've heard that a time or two.
Always. It's always, man, that's an awesome bongo.
No.
Clay, you play bass?
I do.
And you said bass, but you don't play just a bass. What do you play?
I play the upright bass. I also play bass guitar. I started on bass guitar, and then I fell in love with the upright, and it's become kind of my main instrument now.
A little bit later, you're going to be rocking the upright bass for us.
Yes.
It's a two-way attack on that. You can pluck it, you can bow it.
Yeah, it's really different from playing a bass guitar. The arco, which is the bowing, that has had a lot of work put into it. It is a completely foreign set of muscle memory and skill. Otherwise, the upright bass and the bass guitar, you can essentially say they are two different instruments that are just tuned the same.
Are you a purist? Is it no picks allowed?
I can't use a pick, I'm embarrassed to say. I'm completely fingerstyle.
It's different basses have different attitudes. Some are never, not never. But I couldn't imagine you even beginning to pick that thing.
If it was good enough for John Entwistle, it's good enough for me.
Michelle, you're a vocalist?
I am.
How did you come across this project?
Well, actually, I was friends with Kat through swing dancing, and we were at a event together, listening to music and dancing and just enjoying life. And we had kind of some jamming going on within the community, and Kat started playing and singing, and I have a really nasty habit of just jumping in on people's parades.
Thank God.
And started doing some just random harmonies, and we just looked at each other, and it clicked, and it was just magic.
It really was.
Kat, you've put this together. Originally, it was just you doing the solo thing.
It was, yeah. I've been playing by guitar and writing songs and for a long time. And then when Clay and I got together about 5 years ago, I dragged him into the mess, and he started playing a lot of music with me. It was really fun, but, I've always felt like there was something missing, something more that I really wanted to say with my music and to create something with other people. So I just feel incredibly blessed to have these friends to make music with.
You've gone from writing for yourself to writing with them. Do you handle most of the writing with this? Or?
I just the songs that we've sung, that we'll sing later on in the show, I wrote those a long time ago, but David and Michelle have a real knack for picking out their own harmonies, and I really appreciate their musicianship because they hear things in the song that I don't, and they'll make different suggestions, so it's really a collaborative effort.
New Day is one of those songs.
Yes.
How about if we go ahead and get to that first? When you were writing it, where did it come from?
I was living in Knoxville, and I was married to my ex-husband at the time, and this really huge, like when birds migrate, those vast seas of blackbirds that just kind of cover up the sky. Well, that happened, and I remember looking at them, and it just stopped me in my tracks for some reason, and it made me wonder, I guess, where I was going, and if the man that I was with at the time was going to be able to come with me, and it turned out not. But out of that relationship came a really great song, I think, and I'm just so blessed to have Clay in my life.
And that's where you get a new day.
That is.
Well, here is Indus's version of your song. It's Indus on the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7.
Close your eyes against the morning light.
Well, you've had a chance to hear how they sound, and we're going to continue to talk to them about that sound. We've got Indus in the studio with us tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. You could be a part of this show, too. Go to the website for details at rock937online.com. Just hit the submit your music form. Kat, we've had a conversation with you once before. You did the whole solo project thing, I think you were performing out here and there, doing some shows, but you also work with kids.
I do.
You have a school where you actually help instruct?
Actually, I work for myself, and if you've seen Cat Star Music near the Hobby Lobby Shopping Center, that's me. And I teach children of all ages, actually. I take age 4 through retired, and actually a lot of my students, about a third of them are adults, but yeah, I do get to work with a lot of kids as well.
You had a chance to do a performance with those kids here recently, too.
Oh, yeah.
Just about a month or so ago?
Yeah, we were at the downtown Green Market. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, but that's the organic farmers market on the corner of Dixie and Broad, and that was actually a really fun day. I got to bring all of my musical ventures together at one time because my students played first, and then Indus came down and played some music with me, and then I had the Cookeville Community Folk Orchestra as well, so it was a big day.
It's gone from just playing around, because really I think that's how this started. You guys just kind of hung out to see how it sounded, to getting out and actually doing a performance. How many performances have you done?
I think we've done a handful right now.
Yeah, we've done a handful. Yeah. And we're really trying to get our name out there, get our voices out there, and let, prospective businesses, people, wedding venues, those kinds of opportunities to get our name and our sound out and let the public know that we're here and we want to make music for them.
How is the vibe going from being in your rehearsal space to getting out in front of people as a group, a new group?
It's been great. I mean, really, the 4 of us are extremely methodical people. So prior to getting out and playing gigs, we wanted to make sure that the business side of things was all arranged and in a row. And I think it took one meeting in my living room. 15, 20 minutes later, we had a plan. A list went out that evening via email. Everybody had a responsibility, and we all banged it out.
Yeah.
So it's a unique situation to have 4 different individuals that are able to just collaborate from the business to the music side so easily. It's awesome.
Your schedules work out well enough to where you can get out?
Well, we're all very busy people, but I think the great thing is each of us are very passionate about our music, and each one of us looks at Indus as a really great opportunity, and so we all take ownership for it. So we make time, and I think that's the most important thing.
It's been kind of a unique perspective. Kat and I would play out just the 2 of us a whole lot before David and Michelle got together and we became Indus. So it's been a really great time seeing the level of energy that they bring to songs that are, some of the songs are really old hat to Kat and I. We've been playing them together forever. We play them at home. We play them on the front porch. And then just having David and Michelle's contributions, it has turned into just this big sound that we just didn't have when it was just the 2 of us.
Absolutely.
Well, there's another song that you have taken that was one of yours that you actually had been doing as a solo type thing, and you've reworked it to where they're involved with this, Sweet Distraction.
Oh, yeah.
So this is kind of a reimagining of Sweet Distraction. Indus on the 9 o'clock news local edition of Rock 93.7.
Move with me, dance with me. Don't say a word, you might break a spell. I need a melody, I need a waking dream, I need a sweet distraction tonight. Move me slowly, hold me closely, take
Discussing the possibility of them being their own sitcom. Okay, well, maybe we're not doing that. I've got Indus in studio with us tonight here on the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. We've been talking about how your dynamic fits together. The four of you came together, started making music. Happy accident. Good term to use there, I think.
Yeah.
When it comes to getting the songs written, you're working from some of the material you've already done, Kat, but
That's right.
are we writing newer material or are we coming up with...
We are.
All that's in the works.
Yeah, newer material is definitely in the works, and it's definitely something that we want to move toward.
You've had a chance to work with her on some of her stuff before.
I have. My contribution tends to be the bass lines.
Shocking.
I know, right?
The bass guy added bass lines.
It's amazing. Well, and I must say that I fall absolutely in love with everything that Clay brings as far as a bassist. Anytime that man pulls a bow out, I'm jumping up like a 5-year-old, so excited. There's candy in the room. No, it's just Clay with this bow in his face.
Yeah.
Before we came into the studio to talk about their band tonight, I was told that he was told he had to bring the upright bass.
We can't stand it when he doesn't.
Yeah, I was going to bring the bass guitar for the sake of space, but I was overruled.
Veto.
Well, it makes for a richer sound. It adds an extra element along with the djembe. Did I say that right?
Djembe.
Djembe.
Good.
Yeah, not even close. Not even close. Well, you got songs together, so you are working on getting something
Yes.
recorded.
Yeah.
How many songs are you planning to put on a record?
We haven't even thought that far ahead. But
Haven't gotten that far.
But
We'll
it'll
be
be a
happy.
full
Are you
CD.
thinking more?
You can't
Oh,
not have
yeah.
a full
We'll have a
CD.
full
Are you thinking more CD or EP?
No, we'll go CD.
I have no idea. I'm going to.
You're just like
Pop
whatever
culture.
that is.
Pop
That's
culture ignorance again.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know any of those things still exist. I thought it was just all going to go on the SoundCloud or whatever. So.
you bill yourself as Americana, or you mentioned that you were more towards the Americana, more towards the folk side. I kind of detected more folk. I would have said Peter, Paul, Mary, kind of where that sound fits in.
Yeah, with the harmonies and everything.
With David, that's because I just realized there's only 3 names in that. I need 4. So Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Oh wait, that's not going to work for the ladies.
Not
Anyway, you do have that kind of feel though. That so
Thank you.
whenever you're
Anytime
fitting,
you compare someone to CSNY or Peter
We're
Paul
okay
and
with
Mary,
that.
that's a compliment. So
that's
thank you.
that's high ground for you.
Absolutely. And any type of band that has the harmonies,
Yes.
vocals are just, there's a magic to them. When
Oh,
you
yeah.
have great harmonies, it just does something to your insides.
Well, let's get to another one of your songs and give a little bit more sound of that. Too Late. Where does it come from?
I was just racking my brain about that. I really don't remember. I'm so sorry.
Well, let's tell the story of how it's kind of evolved.
Oh, yeah.
Initially,
Okay.
when Kat brought the song, it was actually the 3 of us at the time. It was Kat, Clay, and I working on it. And initially, it was written with a girl and a guy singing about their relationship and what had changed and what had evolved. And we were just talking about it and thinking about it. And I said, you know what would be really great? If we changed this in a way so that instead of looking at the perspective of this relationship from this girl and this guy, what if we looked at it from the perspective of these 2 women talking about the relationship they have with this one man and those separate relationships and what's happening there? And then a little bit down the road, we found this wonderful fellow over here, David, and we started working on the song again. And David came in with some of those harmonies to add in. And then the thought came to me of, okay, well, now it's just become this love triangle. And so it became this amazing moment of guy and girl, guy meets girl, guy dates girl, guy and girl screw up. And guy says, here's another girl. And girl's like, oh, now I have guy. And then this song is just here in amidst all of this mess.
It's like a
It's
vocal.
getting steamy in here.
Yeah,
Ain't
It is.
right?
I was getting ready to go with, and those are the days of our lives.
We try to keep it classy, though.
We do. We do.
Well, it is classy, and it sounds that way. How about if we let you play it now? It's Too Late. It's Indus on the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7.
I never know just where you go when you're with me, dear. You're far away from here when you're in my arms. The touch of my lips on your
Tonight, we've been talking with Indus about their music on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. I want to thank the four of you for coming in to talk with us this evening. Give us a chance to hear your sounds. Where can they go find that online to hear it?
You can find us on Facebook at Indus, Tennessee. We also have our website at www.industennessee.com.
I should explain. Indus, I-N-D-U-S.
Yep.
Just in case there was any confusion. End us? No,
Nope.
it's not how
We're not
you
out to
spell
get
that.
ya.
So
Nope.
yeah,
We're not.
definitely not after you. But the Tennessee part you had to add.
Actually, there's someone else out there with the name Indus, which is kind of shocking.
In Pakistan.
In Pakistan. So we weren't too concerned, but we figured we might need to add that Tennessee in there to make sure that they knew where we were.
How did you decide on Indus?
My wife and I were laying in bed, and we had started jamming all together in my living room. Kat's last name is Star. I have a little bit of a sick sense of humor, and I wanted to have something in reference to stars. So we started looking at constellations. And Indus happens to be a constellation with 4 major stars. It's got groupings of stars, but there's 4 major ones. And I thought, how apropos. And I shot it to these guys, and they're like, that's actually really
we fell in
cool.
love
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Stars in the Stars.
Yeah.
See what we did there?
Leave
Well,
it
you
to
are in the
forever.
process. We mentioned that you're wanting to get an album together. You are working on getting some of this stuff recorded. For now,
Yep.
you're going to have to go see them live.
Absolutely.
You're going to be at Char, I think September 3rd. You've got a few other dates lined up. Those are up on your Facebook page where they can find
Yes.
that.
Yes, sir.
But we
Be
would
sure.
love to have everyone come out to Char. September 3rd starts at 9 p.m. Please come and support us.
You heard her. I couldn't have said it better. It's Indus. Thank you guys for speaking with us tonight.
Well, thank you for having
Thank you
us.
so much, Greg.
It's a conversation with Indus on the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7.